come on, we're ready.
In here, Joe.
Hey, come on, let's go. Will you? Bars wait. Those cattlemen's meetings start on time. What's going on? It's not Saturday. What do you wash your feet for?
It ain't my idea.
Mr. Hoss sprained ankle.
Oh, yeah? How'd you do that?
He slipped on pencil.
Oh, what?
Pencil.
I stepped on that, it rolled under my foot.
Don't worry about it. It's only writer's cramp.
Yeah, I'm going to that dang meeting.
No meeting. You keep foot in hot water.
Oh, there ain't nothing wrong with it. This dang pot jockey just wants to play doctor.
Nothing wrong. It's...
Ow! You keep foot in hot water. Bandage, plenty rest, pretty quick, ankle all right.
It is a little swollen, ain't it?
You go to meeting.
Okay.
You stay here, keep foot in hot water.
Take care of yourself. I'll tell all the guys in town about your horrible accident.
Yeah, give him my regards.
真係啊！你個衰鬼人咁大個仔唔識音參令，不如一日同你打你晒，咁嘅法子。
What are you doing here? Now you get back. You'll get hurt.
Old Sandy. He must have been in that hotel scene if he could rescue any strays and got trapped himself.
3 fires in 2 months. Too many to be accidental.
I agree with you, Mr. Tucker. There's a barn burner loose, all right. I know the signs. When I was sheriff of Van Buren County, I caught 3 of them.
Yeah, I heard about that, Wall. It's better than our law officers can do.
Clem, any word on Sandy?
No, not yet. Doc said he'd come over as soon as he could. What about Mrs. Lund?
Oh, she turned up all right. Angry, but safe.
3 fires in 2 months. Somebody's setting them.
Mr. Tucker, as dry as this town is, any chimney spark could start a fire, and you know that.
$100,000 worth of damage, and you're talking about chimney sparks?
Well, it's a fact, isn't it?
No, it isn't.
Sheriff! I was poking around near where the fire started. Found this.
Coal oil.
I knew it. It was arson.
There's more bad news. I'm at the dock on the way over here. Sandy Anderson's dead.
Oh. Now it's arson and murder. Well, Sheriff?
I'll investigate.
Investigate? You want this man caught, tried, and jailed.
Every woman in town is scared to death.
My wife's afraid to go to bed. Fear the house will burn.
3 fires, no arrests. Maybe you better step down and let a man who can handle the job take over.
Mr. Wall's right. Another fire in Virginia City, we'll get ourselves a new sheriff and a new deputy. Excuse me. It wasn't your fault.
You don't know what it's like being responsible for a man's death.
But you're not responsible.
I told a lot of people that Aunt Roberta was in the hotel. Sandy Anderson might have been one of those persons.
Listen to me, Janie. We know Sandy Anderson was in the hotel and on the second floor before the fire ever started.
You see, you had nothing to do with Mr. Anderson's death.
Thank you.
Well, it's been a long night. You two must be very tired.
Yes, everybody in town is tired, Mrs. Lund. You two are homeless, though. I think you better come out with us to the Ponderosa.
No, thank you, Mr. Cartwright. Wade Tucker has been kind enough to lend me his home.
Oh, well. Good.
We lost our clothes, but we have a place to stay.
Very nice place.
Well, it's closer to the stores than the Ponderosa.
Yeah.
My niece and your deputy make a handsome couple, Sheriff.
Sure, I've noticed.
She wasn't very happy about coming to Virginia City, but all that's changed now. Janie, we better be going now. We have to be up early. We have a lot of shopping to do.
Mrs. Lund, was that why you went back into the hotel to try to save your clothes?
No, it wasn't, Sheriff. It was to save my jewel box. It was in the bureau drawer. Good night, gentlemen.
Mrs. Lund, since you're carrying that, it might be wise if I walked you ladies home.
It's a good idea. The ladies don't mind.
We'd be delighted. Oh, Sheriff, Wade Tucker is very angry with you.
He wants me fired.
He has powerful friends. He's a stubborn man, but I'll do what I can to change his mind.
I'll appreciate that. Night. Wade Tucker isn't wasting any time, is he?
Oh, you got a lot of friends, Roy?
Yeah, but right now they're mostly scared and afraid the houses are going to burn down.
Well, Roberta's on your side. She's got a lot of powerful friends, too.
Yeah? She's got more money than she can count. How about a cup of coffee?
Yeah, that'd go real good.
Did you hear what she said about that jewel case?
Yeah.
$300,000 worth of jewels in a little bitty box. And she leaves it in the bureau drawer in the hotel. Here.
Thank you.
She comes back from Europe. She's going to build a new house, spend a fortune on it. One more fire, and more than likely she'll change her mind. That'll make every merchant in town yell for my neck.
You getting a little spooked, Roy?
You betcha I am. I've been wearing this badge for a lot of years now, and I can handle robberies and rustling and a lot of other things, but when it comes to a firebug, I'm just in trouble, Ben. I could use your help.
You know you've got it, Roy.
Thanks, Ben. I gotta investigate, and I have no idea where to start.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. The ashes from the hotel probably tell us something. We'd have to wait till daybreak. What about those two fires last month? Anything strange about them?
Well, there was nothing that I noticed. One of them was a warehouse.
Yeah, Silver City warehouse. Building was locked, cold ashes in the stove. Place just plain exploded. By the time the fire department got there, it was almost gone.
Barn burner, it had to be.
Yeah, and Sheriff Coffey did absolutely nothing.
I'd look for a man with a grudge. That's what pushes burners, grudges and hate.
And if he didn't find them, then what?
Deputized citizens will patrol the town from dark until daylight. When a man turns burner, he doesn't quit until he's caught.
Well, then he could be out there right now, getting ready to burn the rest of this town.
Very easy. There's nobody there to stop him.
All right, hold. Come on, hold.
What's this all about?
You were too busy, so we did your work for you.
He's the firebug.
All right, Ira, let's hear it.
We found him in the alley by the burned-out hotel.
There's no law about being there.
Saw us coming and he ran.
That's proof right there. An honest man wouldn't have any reason to run.
The three of you charging at him, a man would be a fool not to.
Now, what were you doing in the alley?
Going home.
He was going to start another fire.
That's the way it is with burners. It's one fire after another.
You know a lot about burners, don't you?
I should. I've caught them.
Roy, it took us a few questions, but we found out. He's the night cook at the Silver Dollar. His name's Smith.
Whiskey Smith, the best cook in Nevada.
Went to work 3 hours before the hotel fire started. He worked straight through. Bartender, waitresses, the dishwasher, they'll all testify to that.
Told you.
You three gentlemen owe Mr. Smith an apology.
And if it happens again, I'll sue the pants off you. And I'm still going home.
And if it happens again, I'll jail all three of you.
It's been a long night, fellas. How about a beer, huh?
Good.
Come. Now, fellas are so anxious to find a firebug, I'll fit it on anybody.
All that talk of barn burner brought something to mind, Ben.
Thanks.
We had a barn burner here about 8, 9 years ago on the Rockerest Ranch.
Yeah, I remember that. The house almost went up.
There you go. George Benson fired a hand by the name of Tim Moss. Now, Moss was mad at a hatter, and he swore he'd get even. That same night, Benson's barn went up in flames. We never did find Moss, but I hear he's back now.
Yeah, he's back. I saw him just a few days ago.
Where?
He was hunting up around Old Squaw Creek.
Old Squaw Creek? Well, his folks had a homestead up there. Joe, I'd like to talk to him. If you'd ride out and show Clem where the place is, I'd appreciate it.
Do it first thing in the morning?
Fire! Fire!
Here we go again.
Fire! Fire! Get on there!
Well, it's the second one tonight.
Look at that. Coal oil again.
Lovely, isn't it?
Yes, it
We use only imported lace and the finest silk. When's the wedding, dear?
is. We haven't set the date.
I know how difficult it is to make plans on a time like this. Most people in this town are afraid to go to bed for fear they'll be burned to death.
May I see that?
Yes?
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
It's a shame and a disgrace. And something has got to be done about it. There's a petition going around now to get rid of Sheriff Coffey and his deputy.
Fire the deputy?
Yes, Clem. You must have seen him on the street.
Yes. We met in church. We both sing in the choir. He's the man I'm going to marry.
Oh, I didn't mean anything against Clem. I was just telling you what I'd heard.
How long does it take you to make a wedding dress like this?
A week.
I'll let you know. Thank you.
Sounds like somebody's working. Boss's cabin is right up ahead.
All right. Let's leave the horses here. We'll walk in.
Howdy, Moss.
Well, howdy.
Heard the shopping. Want to see what's going on. You know Clem here, don't you?
I seen him around. When'd you get burned out?
Oh, about 5 weeks ago. First night I got back. Bottom rusted out of my stove. Middle of the night, whole place went up.
It's a tough break. It can happen.
Yeah, cabin stands empty, everything rusts. Well, the fire took just about everything I owned. I mean, a new axe, a couple of other things. Prices they charge in Virginia City took just about every dime I had. Just as well, though, if I'd had the price of a room, I'd have been in that hotel.
Oh, you saw the fire then, huh?
Yeah, I was getting ready to leave when it broke out. Made the one I had look like nothing.
I'm gonna have to ask you to saddle your horse, Moss. Sheriff Coffey wants to talk to you.
I knew this wasn't no friendly visit. Bringing the law here. I thought you were a friend of mine.
I am, Moss. Just do what the man says, huh?
Well, that's 32 names in a little less than an hour.
First thing I'm gonna do is get rid of that deputy.
Well, it won't be long till you can. Mr. Tucker's got this recall running like a Swiss watch. There's 16 of us out with these petitions.
Then here's a file on all the fires we've had in the last 10 years. Here's one I remember. West Livery Stable. It was started by a drunk who was trying to light a lantern. He dropped a match into the straw.
He was here when the hotel fire started. Joseph Ponderosa, Ben, he asked me to tell you.
When'd you get back, Tim?
5 weeks ago. That's what he told Joe and me.
I was on my own place, minding my own business, when this deputy drags me in here. What for?
Because we've been looking for you for a long time. I got a warrant for your arrest, signed by the district attorney.
Arrest? Why?
Well, suspicion of arson, a barn burn on the Rock Arrest Ranch.
Barn burning?
The day you left town. You were fired about noon. You swore you'd get even. The barn went up that night.
Not me. I was past Carson then, heading south. Oh, I didn't even know about it till now.
In any case, I've got to hold you. The warrant is still in force, so let me have your valuables. I'll keep them safe for you.
Little Joe, where you been? How come you come back so late?
Fix me something to eat, will you?
I cooked dinner late for you. You think I cook 24 hours a day just
Look,
for
I said,
you?
fix me something to eat. Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. Just had a long night. Just fix me a sandwich or something.
You look beat.
Yeah, I'm tired.
When the doc came out to look at my ankle, he told me about the fire.
I mean, make that plural. Fires, there's more than one.
Is that a fact? You have any idea who's behind all this?
They got Tim Moss in jail. I don't think he had anything to do with it.
Why'd Roy arrest him?
Pressure. And to arrest somebody, the whole town's on his back. Moss was the most likely candidate because he was mixed up in that barn burning over at Benson's place a few years ago. There was a reason for that. He and Benson had an argument. Benson fired him. No reason for him to burn the hotel in Virginia City or burn anything else. That makes sense.
You know, arresting him and putting him in jail, that ain't the end of it. They still gotta let him stand trial.
That's the part that worries me.
I will will say that Ma sure looked surprised.
Yes, he did.
And he admits that he was here for the warehouse fire as well as the hotel fire.
He was near another fire, too, Roy.
Where was that?
You know that cabin out at the Moss homestead? It burned after he got back.
Certainly piles up, don't it? Mm-hmm. But I'm still not 100% sure.
I've got some stuff to clean up out back. Okay, if I get it now?
Go right ahead.
Right. There's one fire on this list that we haven't talked about. The Ross Hardcastle house.
That was 7 years ago. Oh, Ross lost his life in that one. He was half owner in the Lucky Lund mine. He and Lucky weren't getting along very well. In fact, they were yelling at each other when Lucky Lund keeled over with a heart attack. Next thing you know, Ross's house burned.
Yeah, there's some ugly rumors at the time, I remember.
Well, there's bound to be with the $3-4 million involved.
Which Roberta Lund inherited.
Yeah. And then she went to Europe. Then she came back and the fire started.
Tell Mrs. Lund that Sheriff Coffey and Ben Cartwright are here to see her, please.
What do you two want?
We've gone to talk to Mrs. Lund.
She's here. And she will be until her house is built. I told you we'd have a new sheriff. And we will have. 1,200 signatures in one day.
Your privilege.
Oh, no. My pleasure.
He's still angry. But I did tell you he was. How nice to see you. You're just the people I wanted to see today. Won't you sit down? I've been thinking about the man who died in the fire. Mr. Anderson. He's a miner, I understand. Out of work quite a bit of the time.
That's right, ma'am.
He died a hero. His wife and children need help. That's what I wanted to see you about.
What did you have in mind, Mrs. Lund?
I'd like to give a big, big party to raise money. That way, everyone in Virginia City can contribute. And I'm sure they'll all want to.
Oh, I'm sure they would. I'm just wondering if this would be the right time for it.
Next week?
Well, yeah, I think right now, most everybody is pretty worried about their own homes going up in flames, and I don't think they'd want to go anywhere. I'm just wondering how many people would show up at that party.
I hadn't thought of that.
See, as soon as this whole thing is cleared up, I think everybody'd be very happy to pitch in and help you make this the biggest party that ever was.
How very nice of you. Thank you so much.
Mrs. Lund,
Mr. Cartwright, I realize that I haven't asked you why you came to see me today. I think I can guess. I profited by a fire in Virginia City some years ago. I hear there are some people who think I set that fire. I imagine even my name is on your list of suspects.
Well, there is just one routine question that I have to ask you. It's, where were you on the night the hotel fire started?
I was giving a dinner party at the Nevada Club.
Now, you may be right, Andy, but I still think it's his right foreleg. I'll be right with you, Janie. Come on up in here. Oh.
I hear you caught the firebug.
And I think so. Sheriff Coffey's not so sure.
Is he mean looking?
Oh, I guess you could say he's mean looking, yeah.
What's going to happen to him?
Prison for life, if he's found guilty. Man died in the fire.
I feel sorry for him. You don't mind if I feel sorry for him, do you?
No. I don't mind. Oh, you're a very pretty girl. I'm a very lucky guy.
I hope you still think so after I tell you what I did.
Oh?
Aunt Roberta wants to have an engagement party for us.
Oh.
And I told her to go ahead.
All that fuss. Isn't there some way we can get out of it?
Women like that kind of fuss, Clem. Besides, it's only a small party day after tomorrow.
Women like it, do they? All right. I surrender.
And I went shopping for a wedding dress.
I don't mind you shopping, but we may have to wait.
Because of the petitions?
Why, sure. I may be out of a job.
Clem, I've been thinking about that. Why wait? I mean, you can quit your job now and we can get married right after the party and go away. We can go to California or someplace. I mean, you can find another job and I'll find a job.
Go away? I thought you liked it here in Virginia City.
Not really. The only thing I've ever liked about Virginia City is you. Please, Clem.
I want to get married as much as you do, Janie, or more. But we can't. Not until this firebug thing is over. It's going to be all right. You just hang on. Wait right here for me. I've got to see the sheriff a minute.
Get it out of here. I don't want it.
You gotta eat something.
Why? Is there a law that says I do?
No, but this law says I gotta put it there.
Sheriff, if you was locked in here, the whole town getting ready to send you to the Iron Hotel, you wouldn't eat either.
That's your choice.
Sheriff, I didn't set any of them fires. Sheriff, that's the truth. I swear it. Sheriff, you gotta listen to me. You gotta listen, Sheriff. Somebody's gotta listen. Sheriff, you gotta listen to me.
That been going on very long?
He's been like that for 3 weeks now.
He insists he's innocent.
Well, most guilty men do. The point is that there's been no fire since Moss was locked up.
Well, Roy, you feel a little more certain about him now?
Then I wasn't until I heard that George Benson, that's the man who fired Moss, was at the hotel at the time the fire started. Motive, Moss still trying to get even. So that wrapped it up for me.
Well, Roy, I think there's something you want to hear. Dr. Quinn and I were talking in the Nevada Club, and he told me something that... Well, stop, sir.
Well, now, some of this is supposition, but there is medical evidence to support a lot of it. There are people who are mentally ill who set fires without motive. They're not looking for money or revenge. They just like to see things burn.
You're trying to say that Moss is not guilty?
No. I'm saying that the mental illness does exist.
And that Moss may have it.
Well, that's possible. Those who do are moody, depressed, withdrawn, just before they set a fire. Happy when they watch the fire, and fulfilled afterward. I've seen a lot of these cases. I paid my way through medical school by working in an insane asylum.
Well, then you've really seen these people.
Oh, am I interrupting?
No, Clem. I've said my piece. I'm on my way.
Well, thank you, Doctor.
Well, I thought you should know. Oh, Roy, I'd like to come back tonight and talk to Moss, if I may.
That'll be fine, Doctor.
Thanks for coming.
Clem.
Doc, Mrs. London's having a little party tonight for Janie and me. We'd both like to have you, Joe, and Haas there.
Well, party? See, I'm not going to have enough time to get to the ranch and get back and,
Well,
get
she knew you were going to say that. She told me to accept no excuses. You can come on as you are.
I'll pick Joe up at the hotel. We'll be there.
Fine.
All right. Roy? See if I can...
Come in.
Is that stuff from Sacramento?
Oh, good.
Congratulations. To a long and happy life, and may all your children have wealthy parents.
Thank you, Joe.
Just in time, I'm gonna make a little longer toast this time.
Poor Dr. Dyton. There hasn't been too much sunshine in Janie's life. Her mother died when she was born. Her father could never forgive Janie for her mother's death.
Where's he now?
He died tragically. After that, she was in boarding school for a while and passed back and forth from one relative to another.
Then you came along.
She should have been with me years ago.
Well, look, Clem, you've already got your girl. I think I better go find one for myself. I'll see you two later.
Do we really have to wait, Clem?
Oh, Janie, I've got a job to do. If I'd pick up and quit and just walk away, I'd have a hard time finding work as a deputy anywhere else.
A new place. I just think it'd be better for both of us.
Clem, I'd like to drink to this very happy occasion and wish the both of you the best of luck.
Thank you, Roy.
I swore in a new deputy tonight, but just to keep his eye on the jail so as I could make this celebration.
Would you excuse me for a moment, please?
Sure. Yes. Hey, that champagne makes a pretty good drink, don't it?
Good.
Going for your satisfaction?
Yes, thanks to you. Will you excuse me for a moment?
What?
Excuse me, where's Janie?
She was here. She excused herself.
She must be in her room.
And I understand the hardware store's going to change hands.
Janie?
Something was bothering her. I guess maybe she thought her nose was shining. You know what I think it is, Roy? I think she's a little nervous about getting married to Clem here. East Street.
Save it. We couldn't have. We had a dozen pumpers. That's fine. We better get some water in those other buildings. The whole town will go.
Yeah, good. Tell him.
Roy? Weren't there 2 fires the night the hotel burned?
Yeah. And 2 the time before that.
You think there'll be another one?
Anything's possible. With everybody down here, somebody's got the whole town to work in.
Right, we better start looking.
Roy, the side street and the alleys.
I'll take everything west of the jail.
All right, we'll split the rest. You go down that way.
Stop the car, boys! We can't save this one! We're going up the street!
Get the fire department. Get the chief. Get down here fast.
Boy, what happened? Tell me about it.
In there. I followed her in there.
Who?
Where's Janie?
In there?
Janie? Janie. She's in there. She's in there. She's in there.
Clem, take it easy.
Take it easy. Clem, there's nothing you can do.
Your horse is over the livery stable. It's one of the few buildings that didn't burn down.
I hope your deputy's all right.
I saw him with his lady a time or two. She was mighty pretty.
Well, things are starting to get organized out there anyway. The Army's sending over tents. They're going to set up just at the East Grove there, just outside of town.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to set up field kitchens and food and shelter for anybody who needs it.
Good. With most of Virginia City burned down, just about everybody's going to need it.
Yeah. Where's Clem? Nothing much left out there.
It
There's nothing left out there. I loved her, Ben. Why?
I don't know why. I guess we'll never really know.
One thing about a town, you can always rebuild it. Can't do that with people.
No. No, you sure can't. Clem, there's going to be a new Virginia City out there. And it'll have a new life. And those of us who help rebuild it will have a new life with it.